Yo, what's poppin', everyone? Welcome to a brand new video, and today you guys obviously can see we are actually playing the game. These are the units that I summoned. Obviously you can see I pulled this this king right here. Not the best king in my opinion. He is pretty decent, but it's really not much of a character that I actually want. I want more this Meliodas. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown on what characters you guys want to reroll for. The characters that you should reroll for are, you got this king, which is one of the fat kings. It's just gonna be a silhouette, but you can basically see who I'm talking about. This king is a decent unit to reroll for, as well as I'm trying to find the bond. I think it's this one. Yeah, this bond is really good too. He has a combo attack with king, and then we also have the I'm gonna leave the best one for last. You guys can obviously know who that is. We also got this Hauser. This Hauser is really good. He has a combo attack with Gil Thunder. I'm basically giving you guys a rundown on who the good characters are for the game. Then we got this Gil Thunder. He has a combo attack with Gila. I think this Gotha. Yes, and then this Gotha. Wait, is it this Gotha? Hold on, give me a second. Yes, it is this Gotha, the one with king. And I'm gonna give you guys like a quick rundown on why you should reroll for these characters. Just trying to pull up all the information. And then the last character, obviously, is our boy Meliodas. Now this Meliodas is the go-to character that you want to pull. This is, I think, in my opinion, the best character to pull for a reroll. If you are rerolling, definitely want to reroll for this character. Now I'm gonna give you guys the rundown on why you should reroll for these certain characters. Now I'm gonna start with Hauser. Now this Hauser, he's pretty good. If you get this ability right here, it increases all of his base stats of ally humans by 8%. His rising tornado which is his ultimate ninjutsu, which is his ultimate move. It inflicts 350 damage to all enemies, ranks down enemy skill, also reduce enemy ultimate gauge by the same amount as the amount of skills lowered. And then we also got the Thunder Dragon Castle with Gil Thunder. Inflict 400% damage to all enemies, ranks down enemy skills, also reduce enemy ultimate gauge by the same amount as the amount of skills lowered. So this unit with his attacks, really freaking good. We have his ability, which I'm just gonna go through with the third one. Inflicts 100% damage to all enemies and applies penetration. And then we also have this one right here. Inflicts 250% damage to all enemies and then applies cutting, which I'm still learning the game, not exactly sure what many of the things mean, but just by like the character and how much damage they do and what they can do, they're really good. Now this king right here, with the ability, when the ultimate gauge is at max, it increases ally defense by 100%. So he increases the defense. And then for his ultimate, inflicts 560% damage to a single target. It weakens weakening the defense abilities by 40% for 2 turns. So he just goes through. He just like destroys defensive walls. And then his ultimate move inflicts 640 damage, 640% damage to a single target. It weakens the defense ability by 40% for 2 turns. So yeah, he just brings down the wall. Alright. For his guardian move, it inflicts 325% damage to all enemies, and it applies rush. And for this move, inflicts 180% damage to all enemies, poisons for 3 turns. So that's residual damage, which is always a plus to have. Trying to go through the other characters that I have in mind. Next up is Thunder, which he is right here. So with this, for every point on the ultimate gauge, increase this unit's patience rate by 10%. When the ultimate gauge is at max, double the patience rate. Still not 100% sure what it means, but you know, just by the moves though. Inflicts 200% damage to all enemies, inflicts shock for 4 turns. So he attacks all of the units. And then for this one, take a stance for 2 turns, taunt all enemies, and reduce incoming damage by 75%. So he reduces damage, which is a freaking good unit for tanking. And then he also does damage too. So for his ultimate move, he inflicts 630% damage to a single target and applies pop. This one inflicts 720 damage to a single target and then applies pop. So really high counter, really high attack damage wise. So you know, if you want some good units on your team for attack, then these would be your units to go for. Now the next one we got is Bon. So he recovers 20% of the unit's missing health at the start of each turn, which is clutch, which is always clutch. Healing is always, you know, a meta. You know, always need healing. And then for his moves, inflicts 400 damage to a single target, 40% life steal. So I'm assuming that's stealing health. And then for this one, inflicts 250 damage to a single target, steals 50% of the target's attack and defense. So he's just stealing everything. Bond the Bandit, man. His ultimate move inflicts 630% damage to a single target, decreases enemy ultimate gauge by 3. Oh, that's good. And then this one inflicts 720% damage to a single target and decreases enemy ultimate gauge by 5. Ooh, so he's really good. This Bond is really good. And then we're going to talk about our boy Meliodas. Where is he? There he is, Mr. Meliodas. So, the less health this unit has, the more likely it is to land critical attacks. Who doesn't like critical attacks? For his first move, he inflicts 600% damage to a single target. 600% to a single target. That is a lot. That's like an ultimate move, dude. Then you got full counter, which is always good. Take a counter attack stance and deflects a single attack at 250% of the attack damage. Ooh, bro, that's good. That is freaking amazing. And then his ultimate move, cleanse an enemy's target's buff and stance changes. Inflicts 490% damage to a single target and stuns for 1 turn. Hey, that's okay. That's good. Stun. And then same thing, it cleanses enemy target's buffs and stance changes. Inflicts 560 damage to a single target and stuns for 1 turn. So these units are like the go-to units. I don't know if I did it like the top 5. I probably did. I don't know, but Meliodas should be like your go-to, if not Thunder and Bon. So those are the 3 units that I would say go for. Alright, once again, this bond, you got Guild Thunder, and then you also have Mr. Meliodas, which is right here. This Meliodas right here. I'm actually going to try to get this Meliodas because the full counter, the Wild Hellfire, 600% damage. That's insane. Alright. So I'm gonna go for Meliodas, which I assume a lot of people are gonna go for that Meliodas, which I don't see why not. You know, that unit would be like the go-to monster. If I were to say as like another character you can go for, you know, those are like, I think I named 5 of those characters. I would say like the top 5. Those are the top 5 units to go for. It's just my own opinion. But there is also Gotha, which is, where is he? Where the heck is Gotha? There he is. This Gotha is actually good too, the speed Gotha. I'm just gonna give you a quick like rundown on him too. Each time a debuff wears off on your team, it recovers 10% of missing HP. So that's really friggin' good right there. A healer is always viable on a team. His attacks inflicts 150% damage to all enemies. Apply weakness. So I'm assuming that does more attack. By like the element that's super effective against it. And then we got Blackout, which seals debuff skills and reduces attack of all enemies by 40% for 2 turns. So, you know, this guy is really great for a support unit. So that's why I'm actually, you know, adding him on. His ultimate, dude, I used to play Naruto Blazing. Okay, so if I keep saying Jutsu, I'm sorry. His ultimate move inflicts 350% damage to all enemies, reduces opposing ultimate gauge by 3. And then the one with King inflicts 400% damage to all enemies, reduces opposing ultimate gauge by 5. Great support unit, hands down, 100%. 100% a great support unit. So I just added him on because he's freaking good. Alright, so that should be like a quick rundown on the characters you should reroll for. I'm actually going to do another video explaining how to do a fast reroll. It's actually not that difficult, because when I found out, I was like, wow, are you serious, dude? But what the heck? Yo, that was my Siri. Oh my god. I'm like, whoa. Okay, but yeah, that's beside the point. Yeah. Now there is this Meliodas right here, which you can actually buy in the shop. This is like the freaking goat Meliodas, Demon King Meliodas, you know. Yeah. This guy broken. I'm just gonna go through him real quick. And if an allied character doesn't attack this turn, increase their critical rate for the next attack by 50%. Then we got his first move. Inflicts 450% damage to a single target, ignite for 5 turns. And then we also have inflict 360% damage to a single target, infect for 2 turns. And boy, right here, 385% damage to a single target and applies weakness. And then with one with Merlin, inflict 440% damage to a single target, apply weakness. So this guy, both Meliodas are like really good, really freaking good. That's basically a rundown on the good characters so far on the release date of this game. And make sure to stay, you know, aware. I will drop a video explaining how to do fast rerolls. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this was somewhat helpful to you for when you're going to do your rerolls, who to reroll for, etc, etc. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff to be updated whenever I drop a new video on the game. follow me on Twitter and tweet at me what you pulled on your rerolls, and I'll be retweeting them and responding. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.